Hello and welcome to this video tutorial on the collection procedure. After the introduction of the kit box, the processes include the maternal blood sample collection, the umbilical cord blood collection, collecting the umbilical cord, carefully filling up the documents in the kit booklet, labeling of the individual items and packaging them into the kit box, and finally sealing off the collection kit. We will start off by taking a look at the kit box demonstration. This is the umbilical cord and cord blood collection kit box. One of the first things to be checked about the kit box is a set of 3 labels on the box carrying the kit UIM, the expiry date, and the different cord plans. Also to be confirmed is the approval seal on the top. Inside the box, one shall find an umbilical cord blood collection kit booklet. Inside the booklet, there is a kit receipt acknowledgement form, a mandatory information form, a detailed guideline about the maternal and umbilical cord blood collection procedure, along with a pictorial representation of the collection process, a health history confirmatory questionnaire, birth report, checklist, and a cord blood pickup slip. There is a sheet of labels given with the booklet, which is to be stuck on the appropriate vials after the cord blood collection procedure is over. A kit packaging information is also present, which contains information on all the contents of the kit box, namely the lot number, batch number, etc., and the expiry date of the kit box is also mentioned. This is the 250 milliliter cord blood collection bag. This is a single-use bag. These are the tubes where the maternal blood is collected. This tube will contain the maternal blood and serum state, and the violet cap tubes will contain the K2 EDTA along with the plasma samples. This is the maternal blood draw puncture set. It consists of the vinocluter, the vacutiner needle, and the vacutiner adapter. The kit also contains a sterile needle along with a disposable syringe. This is the umbilical cord clamp, which is used before the cord collection. A pair of sterile EVA gloves is also present in the box. Other things include 4 70% isopropyl alcohol swabs, 50 milliliters polypropylene tube for umbilical cord collection, the sucralfate povidone iodine ointment used for cleaning the umbilical cord, and there are 2 foam bricks which should be kept frozen to provide protection to the box once the collection procedure is over. After the whole kit has been shown to the client, kit packaging information is matched with the consumables present in the kit box. Then, in the collection kit booklet, the client is asked to accept the collection kit box by writing her name and signing at the appropriate place. The client is asked to write the date and the time of receipt of the kit box. In case of rejection, the reason should be written at the designated space. In the mandatory information sheet, the name, date of birth, and mobile number of the mother is to be written in the designated boxes, along with the name of the client's husband, his phone number, and the complete postal address. Then, at the bottom of the page, the plan that the client has opted for is to be ticked along with the client's signature. The doctor has to go through the details of the collection procedure in the pages that follow. All the steps of the entire procedure are described in detail in these pages. In the confirmation of the health history questionnaire, the client is asked to go through the questions carefully and tick the yes or no box accordingly. Also, the question number and the details are to be provided in case a yes is ticked. Let's take a look at the maternal blood sample collection process. The mother's blood is to be drawn 7 days before the delivery to test for infectious disease. The mother's arm is to be strapped at an appropriate place. A suitable and accessible vein is to be selected. The phlebotomy site should be cleaned with a 70% isopropyl alcohol swab. The gray cap should be opened from the vacutiner needle and inserted into the adapter. The black cap is then opened and the needle is inserted into the selected vein. The red cap tube is taken and inserted through the plunger end of the needle. Blood flows to the tube and then it is gently taken out. The same process is to be continued with the violet cap tubes as well. Once done, the strap is to be released. Now we will see the umbilical cord blood and the umbilical cord collection process. Before commencing, one should put on the EVA gloves, and the 250 milliliter blood bag should be taken out from the aluminum foil pouch. The umbilical cord is to be clamped, and then the alcohol swabs are to be applied on the portion from where the blood will be drawn for disinfection. The sucralfate povidone iodine ointment is to be applied on the same portion, and the area is to be cleaned. Once the cleaning is over, the needle end of the blood bag is put inside the umbilical cord and the blood flow begins. The blood bag is shaken so that the flow is not hindered. If the blood flow reduces or stops, then an attempt for a second puncture is made further up after placing a clamp just near the previous puncture site, and only after proper disinfection with alcohol swabs and sucralfate povidone iodine ointment. The blood bag is lowered and shaken to draw the maximum blood. Once the collection process is over, 3 knots are tied with the tube of the blood bag as tight as possible near the needle-bearing end. This is done to prevent any airflow into the blood bag. Then the needle-bearing end is cut off from the rest of the blood bag. The umbilical cord is clamped near the placenta end and the umbilical cord is cut off. The 50 milliliter polypropylene tube is taken and the umbilical cord is gently put inside the tube and the cap is closed tightly. Do not use or put any kind of solution inside the polypropylene tubes, either before or after cord collection. Finally, we will take a look at the labeling, sealing, and packaging process. The name of the client should be written on all the labels provided. The name of the client, doctor's name, signature, etc. are written on the maternal blood sample label and pasted on the red capped and violet capped tubes used for maternal blood collection. The labeled tubes are put inside the plastic pouch and closed properly. The appropriate credentials are written on the label for the umbilical cord blood and pasted on the top of the original label of the blood bag. The bag is then replaced inside the original plastic poly pack and ultimately inside the aluminum foil bag. The aluminum bag is folded in this manner and sealed with a label. The polypropylene tube containing the umbilical cord is sealed after writing the name of the mother on a label. In the birth report, the name of the mother, the name of the caregiving doctor, birthing center, its address are to be mentioned, and the boxes corresponding to antenatal history, infectious disease, intrapartum history, newborn findings are to be ticked accordingly. Any remaining details are to be filled as and when necessary. In the core blood collection pickup slip, the name of the carrier of the blood bag from the birthing center to the lab, the address, and other details are to be written. The name of the person from whom the blood bag was collected and his or her designation are to be mentioned as well. The carrier is asked to sign at the appropriate place. Once the box is received at cord life, a technician must receive the box and sign it and place the receipt date and time accordingly. There are 2 copies of the collection pickup slip, one each for the organization and the client. Firstly, the pre-frozen foam bricks are placed inside the collection kit box properly. The maternal blood sample pouch, the umbilical cord containing tube, and the sealed blood bag are put inside as well. The top foam brick is placed. A label from the sheet of labels is taken out, and the sheet with all the unused labels is put back inside the collection kit booklet. All the paperwork inside the plastic pouch is put on top of the sealed aluminum pouch containing the umbilical cord blood, and the collection kit box is closed. Finally, the box is sealed with the label previously taken out. The cord plan is ticked and the collection kit box is deemed ready for delivery.